You're not wiser for having the last word, you're wiser for not needing it. Proverbs 3:29-30 shifts from what you should do to what you shouldn't. Do not devise evil against your neighbour, for he dwells by you for safety's sake. Do not strive with a man without cause if he has done you no harm. Two warnings, and both are about holding back restraint. The first is about plotting harm, and it doesn't necessarily mean physical violence, just a quiet internal rehearsal of getting even, or imagining how we'll respond, or planning our comeback. And Solomon says, don't do it, because the person living near you, whether they're your literal neighbour or someone in your life, is trusting that you're safe. That phrase, for safety's sake, matters because in Hebrew culture, proximity meant responsibility. If someone was near you, you had a duty not to harm them. And then the second warning, do not strive with a man without cause. In other words, don't pick fights. Don't manufacture conflict, and don't accuse someone who hasn't actually wronged you. Because most arguments aren't about truth, they're about ego, and wisdom knows the difference. This isn't about being passive, it's about being intentional. There's a time to confront, but there's also a time to let something go, not because you're weak, but because you're not controlled by the need to win. Where have you been nursing a grudge or starting a conflict that didn't need to start? Because Jesus calls us to something harder than revenge. He calls us to restraint, to forgiveness, to laying down the right to retaliate. That's not weakness, that's the strength of someone who doesn't need the last word to know they're secure. Spiritual principle number 52, practice wise restraint.